You idiots, if we have to do this stupid assignment and work together, at least organize your workstations properly. An angry Bakugo yelled out from across the dorm kitchen, a vein on his forehead popping out. Deku, Kirishima, Kaminari, and Ida winced a bit before beginning to put their stations together again, while Todoroki just nodded before doing the same. Zu already had her station together, knives, veggies, herbs, and the like organized similarly to Bakugo. Remind me why we're having to do a live stream of us all cooking again, someone? Confused face as he tries to remember how this all even happened. Have you already forgotten what Sensei said on Friday just before we got out of class? Flashback time. I've heard that all of you have been avoiding cooking for the class, and have started to cook for yourselves individually instead of working together. This is simply unacceptable, so now you all have to work together and live stream yourselves cooking. Have fun. I'll be watching the live stream and grading the work of those on camera and behind it. Everyone in Class 1A just lets out an exclamation of surprise as Aizawa leaves the room, with the class scrambling to come up with a plan. Eventually, it was decided on who would be cooking, with Bakugo being the head chef and the rest of the class as the crew behind the camera. End of flashback. And that's how we all ended up with a graded live stream assignment about cooking. Enough blabbering, you beeping extras, get to prepping. I want dinner on the table within 2 hours. Momo, Pinky. You ready over there? Yes, sir. Slightly fearful faces at the appearance of Chef Gordon Ramsay in a somehow more explosive, porcupine-like form. I don't want to see a single beeping more thing tonight, understand me? Those who were cooking just mumbled out a yes sir, thoroughly intimidated by Bakugo in his current state. Oi, it's yes chef, get it right, why a bunch of extras? Why yes chef? Yes chef. Happy frog faces, not too terribly intimidated by Bakugo. Yes chef, I will get stronger and do as you say. Bakugo just glares at Todoroki, grumbling a bit as he stood by his station. Moments later, the live stream began in earnest, with Bakugo leading it off. Hello everyone. Today, Class 1A is going to show you how we go about cooking for our class to ensure we have the energy needed to be the best. We hope you'll enjoy this. Today we're going to make. And with that, he began to list off the food being made, stuff like roasted chicken, mashed potatoes, beef stew, vanilla ice cream, pies, and the like. It was all going well enough at the start, with some excellent communication being shown across the whole team. Until Kaminari fried the food processor, the microwave, and undercooked some steaks while burning the outside. ... It's raw. It's so raw it's still bloody mooing. Go grate the cheese, you're banned from using any appliances or tools other than a cheese grater. Yes chef. Fearful face as he scampers off to grate cheese, almost grateful to not have so much pressure on himself now. Todoroki meanwhile was cutting up some vegetables when Bakugo passed him before suddenly stopping. He took a couple of steps backward, standing in front of Todoroki now. Todoroki paused and looked up at Bakugo. Bakugo just reached down and picked up the chives that Todoroki had been cutting, which were all still connected end to end somehow. How? I just cut them. ... Your sister would cry if she saw this. Grumbling, Bakugo went to work showing Todoroki how to properly cut the chives, who watched with mild amazement. Wow, you're pretty good at this. No, you're just bad at using a knife. He started to walk away when a small explosion occurred from a nearby countertop. Upon turning around, Bakugo found a panicking Deku standing beside a smoking, on-fire ice cream machine. The fire was promptly put out by Todoroki, who froze the destroyed appliance so it wasn't a hazard anymore. ... Deku. Deku. Bakugo exclaimed, actually amazed at how he had managed to do that. It's an ice cream machine, why and how did flames become involved? I thought you had to simmer the stuff that goes into the ice cream machine before it could churn. Tears of regret as he stands there before an angry Bakugo. You gently heat the custard on the stovetop while constantly stirring, you idiot. ... Oh. Bakugo let out another exclamation before grabbing 2 slices of bread and holding them on either side of Deku's head. Deku looks confused for a moment before his eyes went a bit wide. What are you? An idiot sandwich? More tears of regret at what he's done. Bakugo groaned and kicked Deku out of the kitchen. You are banned from cooking in the kitchen. Todoroki. Switch from cutting veggies to making the ice cream. Yes, chef, I'll use my quirk to heat the custard and then cool it and turn it into ice cream. Bakugo took over at Todoroki's station, cutting through the veggies at lightning speed. Wow, you're really good at using a knife, Bakugo. I almost can't believe it. What's so surprising about that? It's not hard to have good knife skills. Zu was making quick work of the prep work on her end. Finishing up the chickens to be roasted by filling them with lemons and halved garlic bulbs to flavor them from the inside out before putting them in the oven. Well done, Zu, you're doing great over there. Keep it up. Bakugo gives her a thumbs up, yelling the compliment across the kitchen as she smiles and gave him a thumbs up in return. Yes, chef. Pleased faces as her hard work is complimented. She cleaned up her station and started working on the pies, while Ida was actually doing all right as well. He was a bit slower than Zu and Bakugo, but he was getting through his beef stew prep fine enough. For ice? You're doing great, but if you could speed up, that would be awesome. If only your arms could move as fast as your legs. Bakugo grumbled a bit as a slightly frightened Ida nodded his head. Yes, chef, I'll move faster. Great. Just don't burn those beef chunks, we want it seared, not charred. Ida nodded his head and went to work, searing the beef pieces and getting the beef stew together. Kirishima worked to quickly slice and dice the potatoes. Using his quirk to make his hands sharp to slice the potatoes and then to be a blunt instrument to mash them once they were cooked in the boiling water. Kirishima. Yes, chef. Keep up the good work too, just remember not to beat the potatoes too much or else they'll become gluey. Yes, chef. It wasn't much longer until they finished, all of the food laid out perfectly on a table and on display to show off the results of their hard work. And here it is, the result of our hard work this evening. However, this was a partially staged event. Aha! Ribbit. We had a lot of ideas for what to do tonight. But we ultimately decided to do this event. And we put a lot of effort into it too. It wasn't easy cooking all this food, you know. Especially off camera for those of us not directly involved in the live stream the whole time, though it did make it easier to stage what we did. Except it wasn't completely staged. The destruction of the food processor, microwave, and ice cream machine was not planned. Deku, Kaminari. You're both banned from the kitchen from now on. Banned. Deku and Kaminari sputtered a bit with surprise, eyes wide as the rest of the class laughed aloud. Soon enough, they were ending off the live stream and enjoying the food they made, with a slightly grumpy Aizawa making a few marks on a clipboard. Not bad, kids, not bad at all. Well, I suppose Class 1A passes this test in teamwork. This time. The end. Thank you all so much for watching this video, we hope you liked it. We decided to do something a bit different and cut out the usual intro to see how this does, so let us know what you thought of it. The main inspiration behind this was watching Gordon Ramsay clips the other day, which is where a lot of what Bakugo said and does came from. If you ended up enjoying this video, please let us know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't checked it out yet, go watch our video from last week too. Thank you all for watching once more, and we'll see you in the next one. Plus Ultra.